Good evening, lads. How we doing?
You know,
Good evening.
I'm glad we've got back here. Matt's here.
Hello.
Yeah. Hi, Matt.
Right. Evening.
Matt.
Yeah.
Afternoon.
You were wondering what the fuck's happened to Fahim. He's not grown
What's
her.
happened to
He's
Fahim?
still bald.
Yeah.
Matt's just come in because obviously Fahim's celebrating the month of Ramadan. And Matt's going to cover, tonight, and I don't know what we're going to do in the future, but Matt's another Wondering. We're doing a Wondering special today, not a full Wondering special, but there's a bit of Bolton focus.
Yeah.
Well, we spent the last few weeks trying to sort of what can we do, and we said to Mike, find us some sort of some class that's happened at Bolton over the years, and it's took him 3 weeks to find it. So
To be fair,
Go on.
what's that, Gav?
I was going to say Matt's haircut sponsored by Lego tonight, isn't it?
Yeah. Obviously, Gav, you're still playing at Mossbank Park, aren't you, mate? So we don't need to worry about you tonight.
And our plastic pitch.
Yeah.
Still score.
Anyway, lots to talk about, isn't there? We're recording this on a Wednesday, a little bit later. We had a really busy week.
yeah.
Lots has happened. So we've kind of got a weekend of football to reflect on. VR's been shit again. FA Cup weekend, United got beat again. So I think let's focus on what we've kind of missed over the weekend. What stands out to you guys this weekend?
Well, we've slagged off VAR in every episode, so that might be a good place to start. I think.
Yeah.
You mentioned Matt. There's one that's stuck in your brain.
8 minutes.
8 fucking minutes.
It's a long
Make a
time, innit?
decision.
Yeah.
What happened?
I think it went into the box. Bournemouth players headed it. It came off another Bournemouth player who's in the box, and then he was classed as offside. But the semi-automated VAR, whatever they use, these new cameras that roll around the ground, wasn't working.
Oh dear.
So,
With no
it's
shock
okay,
horror, VAR's not working.
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know where they go with it, mate. Semi-automated should make life easy. Obviously, there's been a bit of an error this weekend. It should, in long term, fix a lot of the problems that we've got.
You mentioned it, Gav. They've had fucking Hawkeye in cricket for however many years that can,
20-odd
that
years,
can
yeah.
hear the slightest nick of a cricket bat.
Yeah.
And it's got a line that draws exactly where the ball's going to go, even if you don't know where the ball's going to go. And we can't... I think I said it on a previous episode. I don't think the referees know what fucking offside is. They're sort of drawing lines here, there, and everywhere. And
That's the problem with VAR, though. The decision still comes down to the human. So VAR shows the evidence or whatever, but ultimately that decision still comes down to a human being at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's still drawing in the lines, isn't it?
The people reviewing it that are ballsing it up, not the actual VAR itself.
And we know some of the characters behind them who draw them lines.
They're all cunts. They're all utter cunts.
David Coop.
Standing a referee in this country.
Speaking of VAR, though, did you all see that video that's gone viral this week? I think it's in an African league, and the shot comes in, the keeper tips it over the bar. Has it gone over the bar? It's only just gone over the bar, but it's gone over the bar. It's rolled down the back of the net, gone through a hole, ended up in the back of the net, and they've given a goal.
Given a goal for it, yeah.
Oh my days.
Yeah, brilliant.
Oh dear. Yeah,
But
honestly.
you know what? In the Premier League, they'd have still probably given that as a goal. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. It's mental, mate. There's still so much work needed.
it's just not improved anything, has it? Well, the
No,
more
it's
it's gone
really
into it
not
or
more
whatever,
goals.
it's not
Yeah,
improved
if
anything.
If you have seen the
It's
goal,
made it worse.
Yeah, I'll come to that in a minute. Go on, Matt.
If you've seen the ball goal, it's nothing. He's not got an advantage from being offside. If that makes sense, they're just ruining anything else.
Yeah.
And it's getting boring.
Yeah. And that's it. So I talk about, bloody hell, I've probably been, I can't be far for 1,000 games that I've attended as a fan.
1,000.
When I think about it, I was season ticket holder for 18 years.
I think that's more than my guest a player for this afternoon.
I'm trying to work that out, me. I've been to a lot of fucking football games. Let's just leave that there.
You've seen a lot of losses as well.
not exactly, but not just that, Matt. When I think
I'm a Bolton fan as well.
He's not a Man United fan.
Oh shit, what's happened there?
Sorry, go on, Mike. What was you saying?
When I think of like the most memorable games I've seen, they've always had referee controversy. It's part of the game.
It is, yeah.
The game is not meant to be perfect. No. The fact that it's not perfect is what makes it so great. 'Cause it's unpredictable. Yeah. And we're trying to robotise football. I mean, Guardiola's ruined football as well, but that's a conversation for another day. Because he's made football boring as fuck. He's fucking ruined football. And now you see League Two players thinking they can fucking play around like fucking Barcelona.
Yeah.
But the game is meant to not be perfect.
Yeah. Oh, exactly, yeah. I think people would
But when you've got the technology there that's supposed to get rid of that and it's still happening, it defeats the object of it.
You don't need it. Exactly, you don't need it. Yeah. We don't need it. Matt, have you seen Rectum's goal last night yet?
I've seen something about it. I'm guessing they got another dodgy decision.
A dodgy decision, mate. He was on the goal line when he scored from an offside position.
It doesn't surprise me.
It's fucking horrendous. He's literally in the net when Stephen Fletcher scored.
That's what I mean.
Absolutely mental.
Well, they're dodgy though, because we seen the one on Saturday.
We should have penalty against them as well.
Penalty.
Yeah.
Obviously that Disney money's going far.
Yeah.
And,
There's been a lot of controversy with football, hasn't there, over this weekend? I think it moves us on to our your suggestion of our latest segment, Mike, Hero and Cunt of the Week.
Yeah, Cunt of the Week. Oh, there's a few this week, isn't there?
I'll kick us off with.
It's hard to pick one, isn't it?
Jamie Carragher's my Cunt of the Week.
Yeah, definitely.
The AFCON comment. I think.
Yeah.
Someone of that level and stature. You shouldn't be making comments like that. You should be doing everything you can to promote every kind of football.
Yeah.
I mean, look, we're just four lads chatting shit in a on a internet stream. We're not we're not yet. We're not influencing people.
One day.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But you know what I'm trying to say, right? Like he's a man of. He's got a status, hasn't he? And he's saying stuff like that. It's just so disrespectful. And did you see his apology video?
No, I don't even want
to. He did an apology. Yeah, he did an apology video, and he didn't really apologise. He was just saying that people have misconstrued what he was saying, and I just
he was just trying to justify himself, wasn't he? Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, that's.
Well, again, this is the guy that spat at a fan, though, isn't it?
I was going to exactly say that.
Yeah.
not even spat at a fan. It was like a little girl, wasn't it?
Child, wasn't it? Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. Fucking Jimmy Savile spits in a fan. It's a one fucking thing. Jamie Carragher is a fucking. Oh dear. Oh, what the fuck was he doing?
Well, we don't. Yeah. So that's my Cunt of the Week.
Yeah, I think it's a very strong Cunt of the Week, that one this week.
Definitely.
It kind of leads it on to mine, so I've got two. I can't decide just one. I've got two. I've got the Millwall fans shouting "Let him die" after that horrific challenge, which is just I hate shit like that.
Millwall,
you know what I mean?
Cunt of the Week, just Millwall.
This is so. I'm going to be really controversial. My Cunt of the Week was not until this afternoon. It is now Millwall fans. Who the 10 or so thousand that went to Millwall last night and did a minute applause in solidarity of that goalkeeper for that challenge.
Madness.
What the fuck? I'm so glad they got beat. And now the FA are looking at giving an extended ban. And Millwall's put a statement out today saying, no, we do not. We will fight this all the way. Unbelievable.
Who's your other one, Gav?
Yeah. The other one's the United fan. Fulham had to put a statement out. One of their players getting racist and homophobic abuse of United fans. No, the United fans that were doing it. No, the United fans that were doing it. Again, there's no place for it in football in this day and age. It's not 1970s anymore. Yeah, it's absolutely. And you know what? The same morons are the ones that would be cheering if Maney scored a goal or Dougie scored a goal or something like that. Or Xerxes eventually scored a goal or whatever.
It was the same at Euros, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The whole thing of the Euros, Yeah, I agree. Good candidates for Cunts of the Week, I think.
Matt, who have you got? Have you got anyone different?
I was going to say Joey Barton just because he's a cunt every week.
Works for me.
The trophy for this needs to be a picture of Joey Barton, just because he's a massive cunt.
Oh, he's leading the title, isn't he? Probably.
Oh yeah, he's leading the
That clip of him trying to justify, he was like, that's not even a foul.
Yeah.
To his defence, though, he's consistent.
Yeah,
Well, yeah.
Let's be
Like he's,
fair.
yeah.
Consistently shit.
He's dreadful, mate, isn't he? Absolutely
And he's
dreadful.
pretty much gone out on record and said blame Steve Parish for it, for winning it.
Oh, yeah,
Bloody bad. Like, Jesus Christ, absolutely buffoon. You know,
Yeah.
a guy that beat up a youth team player and then beat his wife up, but yeah, it's a fair challenge.
Did he stamp a cigar out in somebody's eye?
Oh.
That's what he did, didn't he? When he stabbed put a faggot in someone's eye.
Yeah,
in
stuck the cigarette out in someone's eye, yeah. That's right,
There's
yeah.
a video of him
Jesus Christ.
playing against Lincoln years ago in the FA Cup, and that big lad, who's a striker, a non-league striker, touches his head and he just goes down. He's holding his head. He's on the floor. He's rolling around, and it's just so like typical of him.
Just
to
embarrassing,
go out
yeah.
and, yeah.
Yeah, he's just a fucking weapon.
Yeah, good. We're on a roll here. We've got some good ones in. Go on,
We
Mike.
are. We are. No, mine is however much the attendance was last night of Millwall fans that thought doing a minute's applause for a goalkeeper that could probably done for GBH was a good idea. I don't forget this. I can't remember what my initial idea of cunt of the week was. But it is now the Millwall fan base after what's been a really embarrassing few days where somebody's got really seriously injured. They end up in hospital and take away the chance. That happens at football, unfortunately, whether you like it or not.
Very
But
good
And the
selection,
fact
I
that the
think.
club are backing the fans as well with it just speaks volumes,
it's
doesn't it?
Unreal.
isn't it?
it's Millwall all over. Let's be fucking fair. I don't like tarring a team with one brush. I know a Millwall fan. But, yeah, they're fucking weapons.
Unreal. I think if you've got a cunt of the week, let us know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Put it in the comments below.
My favourite, who was it? Was it Liv Morgan, Gav? That were the greatest cunt of the week. So there was the Elimination Chamber at weekend.
Yes, it was. It was Liv Morgan.
And she accidentally got a fucking minge out, didn't she? So she got a fucking... She had a bit of a position
she had much
where...
of a choice, did she?
No, she didn't. No, she was in a bit of a position.
What is this? Is this WWE or something?
Yeah,
WWE.
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
no
she
different.
had
Sort of lifted her up by a nick.
I was the youngest one here who doesn't watch WWE, but you lots do.
Because
I don't, I just-
Joe
Golden
doesn't.
era,
on the
mate.
internet.
We had a golden era.
When he was
of it.
brought up in the golden era, yeah. Yeah. But yeah, Liv Morgan, what a minge that was. That was a cracking cunt. But anyway. Shall we have a quick roundup of the weekend's action?
Well, we'll not
Yeah.
talk
Yeah.
about Wednesday, but I watched the Bolton game last night. You were there.
No, I won't. No. Let's. How did Wednesday do, Joel?
I don't even remember. Come on, let's move on.
It was only 3-0 to be fair, mate, wasn't it?
Listen,
You've just fell into that mid-table season. You're not going up. You're not going down. And hopefully you can keep on the roll.
we lost to Sunderland 2-1. So
2-1.
Sometimes that's probably the worst for a fan, though, isn't it? When you just like mediocrity, there's absolutely no excitement anywhere. If you're battling
I
relegation,
don't
there's a little
like
bit of
mediocrity,
excitement.
Gav.
That's why you're saying you don't like it.
Oh, you don't like it? I thought you said fans that like it. I don't like mediocrity.
No. Obviously, if you're going for
Wednesday
playing a
happy,
club for promotion, you've got some excitement. And if you're battling against relegation, you've got some excitement. You've got something to play for. When you're just lambasted in the middle of the table,
No, I know what you mean.
like what Aston Villa have
I
had for
don't
30
know.
years, isn't it?
I think since we started this podcast, I don't think Wednesday have won a fucking game.
No, Wednesday have lost 3 in a row, haven't they? Yeah.
They have
Yeah.
indeed. I think I didn't manage to watch the game. I was at a comedy gig, which I probably would have had the same amount of laughs.
I was going to say, you weren't watching Wednesday, were you?
But I have seen the highlights. There were 2 questionable handballs.
Yeah, but that'd be a goalkeeper. He's allowed to do it.
I mean, if it's Beadle, he doesn't
Yeah, I was
do
gonna say
much
that
with his
Beadle
hands.
doesn't do it.
I was going to say, is it Jeremy Beadle or Jimmy Beadle?
It's
Because he
Beadle.
is a comedian, fucking Jamie Beadle, and that goalkeeper's dreadful in what I've seen of him.
Jeremy Beadle's only got one fucking hand.
He's
He's got a cack hand, hasn't he?
dead.
Best ranking.
Oh, he had a cack on then. Sorry.
He's never got balls.
But yeah, look, you know, it is what it is. I think I said on the very first episode, I'd be happy if we toy with that playoff spot. There's still a few games left of the season. Yeah, it's not. But if we, like you just said, Gav, if you know, if we go on a bit of a winning streak now, then it's looking a lot better in it. So who knows? The beauty of football, right?
I think you'll end up like Bristol City and Preston. You might join that group of just.
Yeah,
I hope not.
Never leaving.
Utter nobodies.
10th, 11th, and 12th. That'll be your position. One of them three. You'll battle for 10th.
Don't say that.
Gav, over at North West Counties League this weekend. How did you do?
We won 7-0.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant game.
What was that? Was it the Albion?
You what, sorry?
Royal Oak. Steve Bracknell commented.
Was it the Albion that, Gavin, that you played this weekend? Or with £3 crowns?
They play on TikTok now. They live stream it on Saturday, 3 p.m.
Daisy Hill.
Yeah. Having done.
Listen,
Who was it against?
We're doing well. Litherland, we're called.
Little have got a team.
Litherland. Yeah.
What about Little and Aldi derby game?
7-0. Listen, 7 different players scored. We're on 113 goals for the season. Second in the league, lost again. So we've got a 10-point gap.
10 points gap.
10 points gap. There is a team that's third, Padiham at the moment. Lower Breck, sorry, they're third. They've got 3 games in hand. So they can close the gap to within 3 points, but we've still got a little bit of cushion.
They're still 23 leagues lower than the Premier League.
And their top strikers. Their top strikers left for Astor.
That wasn't because of our football that we ended up there.
We know.
We know. Get that fishing rod out. Hey, that's why it's a fishing tackle. Get that fishing rod out.
Fuck Steve Dale, I completely agree, Gav, but...
So come on, you two obnoxious twats. How did Bolton get on last night?
Well, no, let's go to Saturday first. Let's go to Saturday.
Yeah,
we played Wrexham on Saturday away. On paper, quite a tough away day. They're pretty shit, aren't they, Matt? Oh, yeah, you was there. Go on, mate. Talk through the game.
You went to the race course.
Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. That's it called. That's the one. It was all right. They're very physical, aren't they, Wrexham? And other than that, they don't offer much except from whipping the ball into the box and hoping one of the pensioners head it. But I don't know. I can see them possibly, staying in the playoffs, but not going for it and getting it.
I've just seen Callum Fowler thinks we'll finish second.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah,
I've just been watching it. Yeah.
And I mean,
that's because of last night, isn't it?
Yeah. No, you've said it before last night. He said that.
He did. He said it when we got Schumacher, didn't he?
No, he said it after the Wrexham game.
Oh, did he? Oh, interesting. Yeah. Interesting. One thing I will say, just on that Saturday game, that we had a Stonewall penalty not given. Yeah. Absolute Stonewall penalty, which was really frustrating. We didn't do enough to win the game. No, definitely didn't do enough to lose it either. No. And we should have had a penalty for me. We had a goal disallowed. Should have had a penalty. The goal disallowed looked right, but the penalty was a terrible decision. Referee loved it.
We missed a bit of physical presence in the midfield, and maybe
we did, didn't we?
Defence as well. I think if we had Farino playing, we might have been in a better position. I mean, we didn't need him, but I mean, just winning that ball a bit more. You know what I mean? They had a lot of possession.
Do you think that he learnt from that, and that's why he changed his team last night?
I think so, yeah, because they've got some big players, Birmingham. They had that lanky guy taking corners. I mean, I was like, what are they doing? Williams,
might be shit heading the ball.
Yeah, he was taking corners for Birmingham.
Yeah, but Moneybags, we played Birmingham last night, Moneybags, they'll win the league. They might even break the league record for the most points in the season. In fact, I think
40 million in people. When you spend 40 million in League One, you shouldn't be anything else, should you? Really?
Well, you shared an interesting stat, Matt. The record that you guys have broken.
19 unbeaten. Yeah, 19 unbeaten, and we've just beaten them. So
yeah. Did you see the other stat as well? They've only conceded 4 in the last 16 games before last night.
Wow.
You've almost doubled it, yeah.
It does help having that Peacock foul in there.
He's wanking, isn't he?
He were at Wednesday, and we weren't very good out there.
Yeah.
Wednesday either.
I think our big frustration last night, if we hadn't won the game, would have been the... So, Joe, you commented on Tutu, our left wing-back, who was absolutely incredible last night. And he was fouled by the same player 3 times and definitely should have been sent off. And the referee bottled it, and then he was immediately took off after his third foul. The manager took him off.
I've got a little bit of a love for players that will cover other positions. So I believe, is he a left back?
He's
right winger, left winger, right mate.
So
he can play on either that wings.
The part where I mentioned how good he was I think he was covering for centre back. Somebody was out of position, so he went back to centre back. He stayed there for a good minute or two.
Yeah.
And then he won the ball back, took it down the left wing. I think he made a few passes, crossed it in or whatever. That bit of play was still going in. The next thing I fucking looked, he's on the fucking right wing. And how the fuck has he got from the left wing to the right wing? But he's obviously seen that one of the players has dragged away from their position. He's gone to fill that bit. I just thought it seemed like a very intelligent player, and he seemed really good on his feet as well.
He was at Arsenal Academy. He's played at Bundesliga level. He has played for Forest that season when they got promoted. He's just very injury prone, and we've even seen it this season. But he seems to be getting a bit of. His legs seem to be working now, so
Got to manage him well, haven't we? We've got to manage him well. Don't give him too much game time. He was outstanding last night. I think the bit for me, and Joe, you watched it because it ended in the mass brawl at the end, was where he's taking a ball towards corner. He's literally got 4 Birmingham players chasing him, trying to get near him. They could not get near him all night.
It was definitely 2 red cards in that little kerfuffle, by the way.
Yeah. I've not seen it.
It was definitely. Yeah, there was it weren't quite a headbutt, but it was like a sort of threatened. There's definitely at least 2 red cards in there for Birmingham.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, but no, amazing win. We don't really fear anyone. We've got 2 games, 2 teams left that are in the top 9, and they're both at home. So everyone that we've got to play is 10-4 below, bar Stockport, who we've got at home, and Wickham, who we've got at home. So we really fancy our chances now. Yeah. I guess the only shame is that I think if we'd have sacked Ever earlier, we would be second. Yeah.
You've got Schumacher earlier, though.
Well, we would have done that. I think we would, but I think I'm still... timing's worked in our favour. I think Schumacher got sacked in October, did he, Mark?
Yeah. Basically, I think after Huddersfield we should have sacked Everton. Schumacher was free then, and I think he was waiting.
Oh, right, that was September then, wasn't it?
Oh, September. No, it was.
That was early September.
I can't remember exactly, but I don't know. We could have sacked Everton way earlier than what we did, basically, and we would have been in a better position. But it's not over.
I very rarely have praise for anything Bolton Wanderers, you know me, but we'll give Schumacher his props. He learnt his trade at Villa. That's why he's so good.
There we go.
I knew there was something coming there.
He was a good player, actually.
Don't forget.
It's his ability to mix things up. He's not scared to change. So many managers nowadays are so confident in their ability that even when the teams go behind, like Amarin is one example, just no plan B. We'll not mix it up. No, we can get it right. The players have to learn this way. And you can't do that in modern day football. You've got to mix it up. You've got to make changes. And Schumacher will do that, to his credit.
Although it felt like a comfortable win in the end, you still went behind, didn't you?
Again, that's what I was just to mention.
We love
23 points from losing positions this season.
That's what it means to give your fans something for the money, right? You get a bit of excitement.
We never make it easy, though, do we?
No. I mean, they were very, very good. I mean, first 20, 25 minutes, they were passing the ball around. They were fantastic to watch, and then we ended up getting the goal and took control of the game, didn't we?
Yeah, and it's funny because we'll go to Burton away, we're bottom of the league, and lose because we can never beat at Burton away. It's our
big game this weekend, yeah. Burton are one of our bogey teams.
Burton away. That is. I've been there about 4 times and wanted to cry every time I've been there. So, I'm not going this time. But yeah.
We'll probably fucking win then. You daft cunt.
What's that? Oh, we'll win.
We'll end up winning now then if you're not going.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, but amazing. Just quickly, is there anything else? Arsenal, good 7-1 win, wasn't it, last night in Europe?
Especially after Perisic's statement leading up to the game saying, we have a really good chance of beating Arsenal. Probably got egg on his face after that, hasn't he?
Yeah, what a dick he's ended up looking.
But at any level, to go away from home, especially in Europe, score 7 goals, for a team that hasn't really got a striker at the moment as well.
Yeah, but I still think Arteta's he's going to get caught up, and the Arsenal fans are going to get onto his back. I don't think he's
I'd get rid of him. I think there's a conversation we'll have. I don't think that you can take him any further than he's took him already.
We spoke about it before, haven't we? I think Fahim spoke quite passionately about Arsenal fans and their lack of intelligence.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever heard of one, but there's a guy called Lee Gunner. Have you ever heard of him? No.
Yeah, weapon. Yeah. Like all Arsenal fans, really.
Yeah. But he's a bit of a mad one.
Yeah.
You listen to 5 minutes.
Sounds like a French shoulder, doesn't it?
You listen to 5 minutes of him and you think, is he actually an Arsenal fan, or you question whether he is.
Yeah, that was fucking awful, Gav. We'll move on from that.
I'm just checking. I am getting away with
dad jokes on this, to tell you.
I've just seen some really sad news in the EFL. So, Chesterfield have announced this afternoon that the owner's been diagnosed as terminally ill. I feel like I'm calling my son here. But it's an inoperable cancer, and obviously there's a lot of he's a majority shareholder. There's a lot of financial commitments he's got.
Wow.
So I think thoughts with Phil Kirk.
Quite a few clubs have put a statement out as well and commented on the Twitter page and stuff, which is nice to see. But nobody likes to.
Has he been there for a while?
We spend a lot of time. Go on, Matt. Sorry.
Has he been there quite a while? Is it their owner or something?
I imagine a fair few years. Yeah.
Because they've been in League One, they've been in League Two, National League, and then they've found themselves back in League Two. So, yeah.
I was just going to say, it does have football fans have got their dark side. Not Star Wars, but they've got their dark side. But I think you think about things like this, the football community just come together. Yeah, and it just makes me think of that
apart from Millwall.
Apart from Millwall, it just makes me think about that young lad from Sheffield that unfortunately was killed at school. And both he was a Sheffield United fan, and both Sheffield United fans and Sheffield Wednesday fans showed their respects mid-game. I think Barry Bannon kicked the ball out of play in the 15th minute.
He actually meant that he miskicked it and it went off.
No. He on the 15th minute, they were doing an applause because he was 15-year-old. He kicked the ball out on the 15 minutes so they could all do an applause, which I thought you think times like that of football fans and players come together, it does make you think that we sit here slagging everybody off.
But I haven't seen that. But that's what it's good.
Yeah, Bury fans did it a few years ago with Bradley Lowry, with the Sunderland fans. Raised a lot of money from them.
Bolton and Bury had one where everyone was shining the lights, weren't they? That was the last time we played.
That's right. It was a young lad that had died, hadn't they? A young fan, that's right.
Yeah.
And it should be, shouldn't it, at the end of the day? I hate nothing more than, and lots of fans do it. Any kind of tragedy, Bolton fans do call United Munich scum. United fans do it over Hillsborough. With all the dingy chants, and it just winds me up. It's just
sad
news for Chesterfield. I think I'm swiftly moving on.
We can't talk about death all night, can we?
No, I think you wanted to have a chat about the Saudi League, Gav, did you not?
He loves it. He loves watching it, I've heard.
Loves it, big Ronaldo fan, I heard.
Hey, funnily enough, Bury might even win that fucking league.
Same standard, isn't it, Gav? You've seen it.
No, it's that debate, isn't it? Would you take a massive pay increase to go and play in the Saudi League, but risk your international career, like some have done?
Why would it ruin your international career?
You are getting. Ivan Toney's not getting the England squad.
It depends who you think.
It depends
who you play for. If you're Colombian or you're something like that, maybe not. But if you're one of the the bigger renowned
Prime Nation.
international.
Yeah.
I think a reason that Ivan Toney. I mean,
Ivan Toney's a very good striker.
Yeah, but he's very
Yeah, but
greedy
didn't he?
in money terms.
did he not get greedy in bookies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that would be more of a reason that he wouldn't. But I'm sure, did he not get picked for one of Southgate's last tournaments?
He did, yeah.
He did, because he worked in Saudi
There were
then.
rumours that he was being lined up to replace Kane, weren't there? England's number one striker. I mean, he's doing well over there. Is it 22 in 26 games or something like that? He's doing really, really well over there, to his credit. But
Gavin, I'd get 4 in
I was
Saudi.
going to say so, Mike.
I'd get 4 a season
but-
easy. And I'm a big fat cunt.
But, unlike Ronaldo, that's at the end of his career, he's still relatively young.
Well, I don't know, he's 29, is he? 28, 29?
Tony.
Yeah, but he's still got a
For
good
me,
4
I've
years
never
left in him.
really... I'll be honest, I've never really watched Tony on. He's a game... He's great at taking his penalties. He's, pretty much a classic striker. But I don't think he's... he's at Harry Kane level.
Yeah, but it depends on the players you've got
Shite
around
and
you
all.
as well, doesn't it? If you're getting regular
Joel,
stuff like
yeah.
that,
We'll come on to it one week. Joel has got a very controversial take on Harry Kane. Joel does not rate him in the
No,
slightest.
we'll talk about that another time. But in answer to your question, Gav, I think I would, and I don't. And again, I'll eat my heart if it does come to light, and that's the reason. But I don't think it would. I think if Jude Bellingham went to Saudi,
He'd still play
he
for
would
England.
still be. He would
Exactly,
still play for England 100%.
Yeah.
So. But I would absolutely take it. I would, we were on about this the other day. Like me and you work alongside each other, Mike. If I said to you, "Look, I'm going to go and work overseas for twice the amount I'm getting paid now," you'd say, "Go on, lad, go for it."
I'd
he'd
say
buy you
good.
the ticket.
He would buy me tickets. He'd say, "Why don't you buy yourself tickets because you're on all that money now?" But I think I would absolutely would take it. I think you'd be silly not to. And there's that argument in there that Salah's. I mean, I know the transfer window I think was it last year. There was talks about him going and stuff like that. I don't know. I think I would, and I don't think I'd.
I mean, we all know money
so.
talks in football nowadays,
wouldn't.
especially for players and with agents how greedy they are now in the game, stuff like that. It happened a few years ago, didn't it, in China, where they were,
Yeah, China
Yeah.
wasn't able to sustain it, though. They didn't
People like
actually have
that.
that money to sustain it
No.
in China.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
they didn't.
I just thought, not for me.
The only player that remains from the Chinese league is Oscar.
I'm going to say, is Oscar still over? I sure Pat's him on FIFA over there.
Well, you said you wouldn't go to Saudi. Well, is that because you don't eat out spicy or?
No, Saudi's not spicy, someone told me. No, it's nothing to do with it. It's nothing to do with that. I just, there'd be an age where I'd consider it, Joel. And for
But I think
me,
that's the thing, though, isn't it? I
anything
think-
before 33, 34 is a no-go.
But when you think of the
prime of your
players
career.
you think of players that have gone over to Saudi, they are, like you said earlier, Matt, they are at the end of the career. So I think
Yeah, a lot of
that's
them,
where
yeah.
the correlation is.
Tony's
About
at the end
that.
of his career.
No, I'm
What
saying
call from Villa as well, he's just gone. What is he, 22?
Diaby or something.
Diaby, well, there's another one. He's not 22, but Musa
John,
Diaby.
sorry,
Well,
John
I mean,
Yeah.
he
Duran
increased
Duran.
his wage by tenfold, don't he? He's gone from 25 grand a week to 250,000 pound a week. He'd be a muppet.
And he'll still play for
But-
Colombia.
yeah, he can go over there. He can go over there, do his 5-year contract or whatever it is he signed, and come back.
The
Come
thing
back
is,
and
it
be
then
back.
becomes very difficult for teams to sign them because they're not going to meet the wage.
Well, yeah, I suppose.
Yeah,
then if
well,
he's
that's
on
me
that
and
one-
Football Manager talking. That to be fair, I always want a footy manager.
Another thing with the Saudi league is the attendance is shocking. Actually, I don't know if you've seen
Yeah,
it, but
yeah.
they really
Yeah.
are poor. I think I saw a picture of Cristiano Ronaldo in an empty stadium. He still did his jump and a sue in front of no one.
Obviously.
Fucking
Yeah.
embarrassing.
Stand,
Yeah.
There's another cunt of the week every week.
Yeah, every week. Yeah. But it's actually funny because I seen a picture of it was like Houston Dynamo joined America, that team.
Yeah, that's where we got Stu Oldham from, man.
Stu Oldham, yeah. They were playing Inter Miami, and Messi turned out he wasn't fit to play, and they offered free tickets because people were buying tickets just to watch him play.
Just
And
to
then,
be messy.
Yeah, and then obviously he didn't play. They're giving out free tickets for like the next game and stuff. I don't know if you've seen that, but that's
Brilliant.
what I saw.
And football's getting better in America. And it's got to start somewhere. Some big name has got to start it. But don't forget, America's tried this 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
It's not the first time that America's tried to get some big names. They've had some big names in the
70s with
Bale,
Pele, George
Rooney.
Best, and all them going over, didn't it?
George Best over there, mate.
Fucking hell, it's been going on years then.
Yeah.
But they've never really took. Like they've kind of dipped the toes in it and never took off, have they?
I don't think they will, though. I don't think it ever will. I think they just like having maybe that superstar player like Beckham, Messi. Having
They're all
them.
Bellends as well.
Yeah. Just having that one player there for a little bit, and then I don't know. But I don't think it's ever going to kick off. I know Saudi are trying to, and they're getting there. I think it is increasing.
They concentrate a lot on the coaching over there. They can obviously go and do degrees and everything in it, can't they? Sports science and all that kind of stuff they bring into it over there. It's just when you're listening to it and they're talking about defence, I'm like, shut up, you dick. It's the defender. It's not the defence. Fuck off.
They've got some cracking chants, though. Seattle Sounders have got some great chants.
Seattle, fight.
Yeah, yeah. What's
just
the way going to win?
It leads us nicely on to the next point, though. I know you wanted to talk about, Mike, with obviously the next World Cup's in America and what they've just announced with that.
Yeah, fucking Bellends. Strip it off them.
What
the fuck are they playing at?
Go on, Mike, talk us through it.
So, obviously, come out in the news today that prick at fucking FIFA has agreed to a half-time show for the World Cup final. No, absolutely fucking not.
Who's in charge of that, Mike?
Is it Jan Fancy? Some fucking nonsense.
No, I'm on about who's in charge of deciding who plays.
Coldplay. Fucking Coldplay.
Coldplay.
Yeah, Coldplay are going to decide who's going to be the fucking band that they use. May as well bring fucking Spice Girls on. Fucking hell.
Let's just demonstrate how it'll be.
Yeah.
It's just oh god.
I was working away a few months ago, and I was in the hotel with some FIFA representatives. So the volunteers from all around the world that are going to support the 2026 World Cup. So FIFA drafted them over to England and Nottingham in particular. They're in the same hotel as me in Nottingham, and I'm just walking like, what the fuck's this? What are all you lot doing here? But unfortunately, no one famous. But yeah, I think they fucked up there. I'm not going to lie.
I don't know.
Matt won't think it because he wasn't even swimming around his dad's nutsack back then. But back when America last hosted it in 1994, the American FA or whatever they called, they wanted to bring kick-ins instead of throw-ins. They genuinely really wanted to bring that in for the World Cup, and it was like absolutely. There's quite a bit of controversy with that because they wanted to stop players being able to grab water on the side of the pitch when it was like searing hot and stuff. But
you know what? For someone that watches a fucking lot of football, I think something needs to be done with throw-ins. I don't think it's an advantage anymore.
Maybe not.
I'm not saying bring kick-ins in, and I don't want underarm and fucking sideways throw-ins. I just think they need to do something a little bit differently because.
What's next, though? They want to bring timeouts in next, won't they?
Well, that referee might have done that last night to that big prick.
There is a new rule, actually. I don't know if you've seen it.
Sin binning players.
Is that the trial rule, Matt?
There's a new rule where if the keeper holds on the ball for 6 seconds, then it's
8.
a corner.
8 seconds.
8 seconds. Yeah, it's going to be a corner.
Which, you know, if they
it's not yet. No. So the actual trial they're doing is trying 2 different things. So one results it's a throw-in, the other results it's a corner. So there's 2 trials going on with 2 different outcomes as a punishment.
And the third one's the kicking.
Yeah. Or a fucking. Just going to get me charged.
Speaking of Charles, again, you probably remember, but a couple of years ago, go on.
Mike's getting his
a couple of years ago in the FA Cup, I say a couple of years ago, it's probably about 20 odd years ago now, but they tried to, like they have in rugby where the referees have a mic, they trialled it in FA Cup game with Arsenal, and all you could hear in the background was the referee's a wanker. So they couldn't do it again. It kind of ended it. But it was hilarious.
It's like these Carabao Cup games where the referee had to announce the decision. One day he's gonna do that. He's gonna have a voice break. He's gonna go, "I'm sorry." It's gonna do the funniest thing ever. It's gonna happen. I can't wait for it.
I think
What's that? What?
You know these referees they have to announce the in the Carabao Cup they have to announce the decision. One's gonna have a voice break and he's gonna go offside, and all the fans.
I think let's talk about our heroes of the week, and then we'll go into your Bolton 11, Mike.
Yeah, heroes at week.
It's a good one.
I've got a good one.
I'm trying to think who's been, apart from a Bolton Wanderers place, I think that'd be a bit biased. Who else has kind of stood out this week?
I'll kick off mine while you're thinking.
Go on, Gary Bannon.
Tim Lovejoy.
Yeah?
Blast from the past.
They've got a podcast. Him and Helen Chamberlain and some other chaps.
You sure the chaps?
I do miss Soccer AM.
I do
miss Soccer AM. And they had a bit of negativity sent their way about Soccerettes. So what they did is they reached out to all the girls that did Soccerette, and every single one of them sent back how much they enjoyed the experience and how respectful everybody was. And obviously, it was all very tongue-in-cheek, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But it was
never misogynistic or anything like that, was it?
No, but I can understand why it come across like that, and I'm not disregarding that. But they'd signed up to it. They knew what they'd signed up for. They knew what they were getting involved in. And like I say, I think that's my hero of the week. If you're listening, Tim Lovejoy, bring back Soccer AM.
It's like...
Go on.
It's honestly, it's some of the PC stuff that's happened over years, isn't it? But what really, really pisses me off is it's the same kind of consequence as dicking a bird without a condom on and are getting pregnant. It is.
And I'm not sure Tim Lovejoy ever dicked a soccer without a condom on.
I don't know, mate. I would have done a few at my time.
That's why you were never invited on as part of fucking Bolton fans.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, that's my hero of the week. I think as the negativity got thrown at him, I think it's sort of quite obvious that it wasn't that kind of thing, and it was. I loved Soccer AM.
So Helen Chamberlain's got back involved in darts a little bit. Back in the day, she was getting dipped by James Wade. But a couple of years ago, when they bought
playing darts or being dicked,
both.
He's a good player.
Both. Yeah, she's a very good player. And so they started doing the seniors tour, which essentially Phil Taylor and all them, and she did so Helen Chamberlain started off doing lots of stuff in darts, and that's how she got with Wadey. When she's come back I think it was 2023, doing all this commentary stuff, she kept swerving on live TV and got herself in a bit of trouble. She's brilliant, Helen Chamberlain, and yeah, I think everyone would have banged her back then.
I'm going to say there's a lot of schoolboy crush on her.
Not so much anymore, yeah. But yeah, thanks, Helen.
Heroes of the week, then.
That's it on their podcast. Mike's the cunt of the week now.
Yeah, exactly.
Have you got any heroes of the week, guys?
Who's the
Fulham
Fulham
manager? To choose from this week, is there really?
Who's Fulham manager?
Andre Silva, is it?
I think he got United, not the United Cup, did he?
That wasn't it. That was Joshua Xerxes, wasn't it? And,
Xerxes. He was wonderful again.
Yeah. I'd say mine was Danny Welbeck. Not only for scoring that goal with I thought he was going to miss and he chipped it. It was a really good finish. But then he was getting a bit of stick from a Newcastle fan. He's actually a Mackham, and he said it on camera after the game. So yeah. I think he's been quite an underrated player at Brighton. His whole career actually.
He had a bit of a revival, hasn't he?
Yeah. But he wasn't that bad at United and Arsenal, so I think he got a lot of hate at United. And
United, he'd be a great player now.
Oh yeah,
United. To what they've
at
the time, they had people that could put the ball in there, didn't they?
Now you got Rasmus Højlund and Xerxes.
Well, yeah, the less said about that, the better. Mike, Gav, heroes of the week.
Hibs fans.
Yeah, Hibs fans. Yeah.
Yeah, that was quite a special atmospheric weekend. Jack Idle scored a thunder cunt in the last 10 minutes to win the Edinburgh Derby, and it was a good watch actually. As far as Scottish football goes, it were probably just about on level with what Gavin watches at Bury.
£12. And you get free beer and a burger.
Tells you everything when
Gav.
Jack Iredale scoring a winner.
Mine, I'm going to give mine to Jack Grealish because apparently went out for a drink with a couple of friends. I know, went out for a drink with a couple of friends. Just chose a quiet social club, and when he went in there, he put £2,000 behind the bar for everybody.
Yeah.
Which they said would have lasted pretty much the night for the thing that they get there. But he put £2,000 behind the bar, and then also put £1,000 into the prize pot for bingo as well. The people playing bingo.
Nice. Very good.
I wonder if it cut £3. Because that bird had a muffin on TikTok the other day. Love it.
Word got round very quickly that he was in there, so it got a lot busier than usual. But he pretty much anyone that wanted a photo, he had all time for him to pose a
We've not
photo
seen
and
the
sign
video
off.
of him. Video of him walking out. He looks hammered. Not seen that.
I like
Yeah, he
Grealish.
likes
quite
to
a
go
bit.
for a jab, doesn't he?
Yeah,
he does.
I do like Grealish. I think he's a really good guy. I look at some of the stuff he's done with disabled over some disabled
Yeah,
fans.
his sister. Is one of his family members has got a disability, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was the one that?
Yeah, sister. I thought
Yeah.
so.
Who was the one that a fan come onto him? It was a really dodgy video I saw, and it was. Was it a United player? I'm glad it weren't Greenwood. But like a young disabled fan come onto this player and proper went in for fucking lips.
Oh, Anthony.
Oh, there you go. Another one I won't fucking trust an extra woman. Yeah, fucking hell. Yeah.
Bloody hell.
Yeah. He avoided it well, but I don't know how to describe it.
Yeah, he just punched her out of a wheelchair.
Fucking hell.
Oh,
Let's move
No,
on
you get
then
what I
to
mean. She
somewhere
was going for the lips, wasn't she? And
Yeah. And he was going for
He
it.
would
No.
come to the week. Mike, do you want to talk us through your Bolton 11?
Yeah, so one of the things we said we are going to do is kind of spend some time talking about our individual teams and Gavin's Sunday team.
Yeah. So we've got your 11, and then we've got your top 5 goals that we can go through tonight.
Yeah, so I'm going to start with Bolton Wanderers today. Now, I've been really lucky, and I think it's a good time to have Matt on this, because Matt's not been as lucky as I have been.
no.
I was born in 91, so I've seen some pretty good Bolton moments. I've also seen some shit moments.
You've seen some moments with that picture.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, that was after Dart's presentation, we absolutely fucking tanked. But I've been very lucky. I've seen some very gifted players, and in fact, bar Fahim, none of your 11s will ever get anywhere near mine.
You've seen some very non-gifted players as well, haven't you, mate?
I have, yeah.
Well, let's kick us off then.
Yeah.
We'll start with right back, I think.
Yeah, we'll start right back. The one and only Nicky Hunt, Daisy Hill's finest, incredible footballer. In goal, we also have the one and only Nicky Hunt, who played all over the pitch. Nicky Hunt, a team of Nicky Hunts, as it was called, or sticky cunts. Exactly, Mike's cunt of the week. But yeah, back in the day.
Sure.
No, back in the day. Yeah, I've got a story.
Oh,
Fucking
sorry.
hell, Joel.
Sorry, Mike.
Yeah, back in the day, I got a custom-made shirt. So we signed Nicholas Anelka in 2006-7 season. Guy was fucking incredible. And we sold him when that ginger cunt come, Megson, not you, Matthew. Megson, when Megson come to
That's
London.
what I supported anyway. So it could've
Yeah.
been.
And, so anyway, Anelka ends up leaving, don't blame him. Megson, we're a cunt. And we replaced the former World Cup winner, Nicholas Anelka, with Gregor fucking Raziak from Watford, I think it was at the time. Yeah. And I had a T-shirt custom made of a full 11 footballers in that formation, and instead of Nicky Hunt up front, it was just Raziak. Yeah, bloody hell. We had some good moments back then, but it's nowhere near the great sides that I've seen. And there's some big omissions here, and there's quite a few talking points, but true Barclaysman, I think it's referred to nowadays in my Bolton 11. So yeah, let's go on to it. Yeah.
So I've been playing about with this. I've done some nice animations. So the position that's coming up next disappears before you announce, so it gives you a little prompt. Clever, isn't it?
Ooh.
Wow. Oh.
Yeah. So in net, he's for me one of the most underrated goalkeepers in Premier League history. I'm one of the best goalkeepers in Premier League history. That was the big thing, you see, Jääskeläinen. The guy won us individual games. I can't tell you how many games this man actually won us. He was worth 10 or 12 points a season at least. I remember playing City. Matt, you must have seen the highlights of this City game.
Yeah, where we shit Ulster 1-0 win, was it?
Yeah. And by God, he won me. I remember playing Blackburn away. Fucking dingle bastards. And we beat them 1-0. We just played in Europe midweek. We had 8,000 Bolton fans in Ewood that day. And Jääskeläinen saved 2 penalties at the last 5 minutes again with 10 men, and we beat them 1-0. Probably the best atmosphere I've ever been to. That was unreal. But yeah,
it was George Michael, weren't he, of that era? He really, I hate to admit it, he was a good goalkeeper.
Yeah, he's very, very good. Right back, I have actually changed my mind, but I'm going to go with what's on the graphic. I'm going to say Conor Bradley. That is not Conor Bradley. That's Nick Hill. But one of the other positions I reflected on when I was doing this was probably that right back position.
It's tough though, isn't it? It's tough to pick that specific. I've had the same issue with my team. It's tough to pick.
Yeah, we've never been gifted with right backs. And no offence to Sir Nicholas. The reason why he's in that right back berth is probably because we just haven't had many very good ones. But Bradley, that season we had Bradley.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that he went into Liverpool's first team after being on loan with us probably gives you an idea of just how gifted that little skinny cunt
this
was.
season he's been, matching Mbappe. He's a top player. You know what I mean? He's a top Premier League player. So.
Yeah,
Next,
incredible. So my next one. Come on, do it, you dick. I forgot which order I put centre backs in.
all right,
Goodness.
He's one of the classiest defenders I think I've ever seen in Gudny Bergson. He actually rang me when I was a kid from my dad's taxi. My dad was a taxi driver and picked him up. Gudny was probably the greatest captain we've had in my lifetime. Bolton through and through. He's a lawyer now. Looks for a law firm back home, and I think he got stabbed in the leg, I'm sure, before a charity game.
There was an article in the local paper about it.
But we signed him from Tottenham for not a lot of money, and he was absolutely incredible. One of the greatest centre backs that have played for us, for me. Next one's Big Bruno, not Frank. Bruno Ngotti. What an absolute mountain this man was. Bruno was just calm, collected. He was just world class. There's quite a few players I could have put here. So Tal Benaim, who went on to Chelsea after us. Benaim had quite a poor career after going to Chelsea, but for Bolton he was incredible. Florent Leville, had it not been for his cruciate ligament injury, I think he'd have got back in the France squad. He was absolutely awesome. We had some really Gary Cahill, fucking hell, England international, Champions League winner. I've not even got him in there. I just think what Cahill did at Chelsea was incredible. Cahill had a couple of weaknesses that he needed to improve, and I think he did that at Chelsea. But yeah, Big Bruno, is definitely took the centre back spot. Left mid was a winger nicknamed Banana Boots when we first signed him because he just kept falling over. He was at the game last night, Matt. He was in Namploy's box, yeah. So Ricardo Gardner, again a very unsung hero of the Barclay era. He was a very, very good left back. Ricardo Gardner.
Namploy as well.
Yeah, exactly. When the last night for a bevy. So yeah, Ricky G.
My best mate once got into a nightclub VIP area by claiming Ricardo Gardner was his stepdad.
Brilliant.
great security.
How it worked, I'll never know, but he did.
Is that level Bolton?
He was very good, Ricky. We signed him as an international when we got in the Premier League in 97, 98. He was, yeah, and he was making a lot. He was incredible. He's a rapper now or singer, isn't he, Matt? Am I right? He does some music on the side. Yeah,
I don't even know who he is.
fucking
I
great.
do remember him. I
Great
remember
left
him
back.
at the time.
This is that's one of few players that Matt actually seen play on this list that
Yeah.
weren't in a charity game.
Exactly.
CDM.
Yeah, he's not trying to suck a cock. That's Ivan Campo. What a bloody
great
player
picture
he
there,
was. Yeah.
Remember what fans used to buy the wigs, Campo wigs?
Yeah, I took one to Cardiff when we played Bury in 04. Yeah, we all had the wigs. Campo just fell in love with the town. One of the worst things was he was disrespectful. So when he left us, he was dropped for the game and the squad by Ginger Cunt Megson. Still can't stand that prick.
Not Matt.
No, not Matt. And Campo ended up to
It was
write a
quite
really
hard for me to drop as an 8-year-old then probably.
yeah.
To drop somebody.
So the last game of the season was Chelsea, and Campo was dropped from the squad and wrote an open letter to Bolton fans. And he fell in love with the club. He still come over. Geffin Jones, his mum passed away last season, and we did a fundraiser. I think was she alive when we did the fundraiser, Matt?
No, yeah, it was a few seasons ago. That was about 3-4 years
Yeah,
ago.
I think it went 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And Campo come back over from Spain. When Bolton won at Wembley, Campo were there as well.
Yeah. He's always there, isn't he?
He fell in love with Bolton Wanderers. We don't forget, we signed this man from Real Madrid. He just won the Champions League, I think, at the time, Real Madrid. And yeah, his passing range, his intelligence, his antics, break-up play, he didn't give a fuck. Ivan were a great player.
Just going back on Real Madrid, we also had, Hierro, who was
Yeah, if we're going to talk centre defensive mids, we had Big Abdoulaye Faye. I was in town with him after the Euros final. We had Hierro. I'm trying to think who I've missed that's not. Per Franson could play that role. We had some very, very gifted centre midfielders.
I always like Holden. It was just his injuries, weren't it? But
good player.
I quite rate him.
Yeah, Stu Holden was fucked over by that mank prick, Johnny Evans, wasn't he? Stu Holden was... I think Stu Holden would have had an incredibly good career. We got Stu Holden for pretty much nothing. And Johnny Evans did his cruise ship. And he never played football again, really, after that.
No.
He was 26, 27.
Yeah, it went so. Yeah.
It was horrendous. And yeah, same as Mark Davis. We've had some good centre midfielders.
Yeah.
This is a bloody household name, this.
Yeah. Yeah.
What a player.
Unbelievable,
So
man.
what was it you say? So good they named him twice?
Yeah, JJ, yeah. He just took the piss out of people. You see, like, some of the clips of the stuff that he did. And I think we played United, it was a 1-1 draw. My memory's mental with some of this stuff, but I was about 13, 12, and Beckham slid in to win the ball off him. He just flicked it over Beckham, and then he's heeled it over Roy Keane. And he was, honestly, one of the top 3 players to ever play for our club. And I don't say that lightly because we have got some incredibly gifted players.
He's one of those players in there that you know, sometimes you'll say a player's name and you go, nah, he's just a name that you know.
Everyone knows him, yeah.
JJ just did it.
It's the video of him where he does goals in. He just, I don't know what he does. He just rolls it with his foot and then does a bit of a skill and scores. He's on the floor like doing splits basically.
Yeah.
Several sites on Facebook and social media where they look back at golden era of the Premier League and stuff like that, and it's always JJ Cotchin.
Always,
yeah. JJ's in there. I think there's some pundits have rated him probably the best African player to play in the Premier League.
Do you think there's a Bolton fan out there? Do you think there's a Bolton fan out there that wouldn't have JJ in their top 11?
No. In fact, there's probably a couple of players there that would be in every single fan's 11.
You reckon?
Goalkeeper, left back, centre mid, and centre defensive mid.
Yeah.
And I think the others will probably be a bit more debatable. But Campo, Gardner, Ricardo.
Other CM then.
I can't jump. Yeah, we've got Gary Speed. We signed Speed at a really advanced stage of his career, and we got 4 years out of him. before he went to Sheffield United. I thought you were going to spit then, Joel. But obviously...
I mean, what I will say is, obviously, my hatred for Sheffield United runs through my veins, but I think it was very sad, everything that happened with Gary Speed, and the whole thing was very, very sad. It's like I said earlier, isn't it? Like, there's times when you can do the right thing and be respectful, and there's other times where it's football.
That men's mental health really came to the forefront, didn't it? And people eventually started talking about it.
100%.
What was his friend? Yeah, that really hits me every time I watch that. Have you seen that, Joel? The interview on Sky Sports News.
I don't think I have. I probably did at the time, but
it's shown quite regularly. But it's one of his best mates he was speaking to days before, and he did the interview about Gary's death, and horrendous, absolutely horrendous. But yeah, rest in peace, Speedo. Very, very good.
Did a lot for Welsh football as well. When he, big role
in
that as well.
Yeah. He played. He's one of the top appearance holders in the Premier League history.
Yeah. Very long career, didn't he?
He did, yeah.
Cam then.
Yeah, the start of the golden era of Bolton Wanderers, Jockey. He was our first big name signing, Yuri. He signed for Bolton because of the 2002 World Cup in Japan and Korea, wasn't it?
South Korea and Japan,
Yeah, South Korea and Japan.
Yeah.
He wasn't going to get in the France squad, and he needed to play first team football. He was playing at Kaiserslautern at the time. Couldn't get in, come to Bolton at Premier League on loan, and ended up signing permanently. Campo, by the way, also came on loan, signed permanently. But yeah, what a player Djorkaeff was. I've seen the fact that Djorkaeff, Campo, a Cochrane hero could share a pitch was fucking filthy. Yeah. Absolutely filthy.
It was that season you had a really good European run, didn't you? And then was it Megson was told to concentrate more on Premier League survival, so he was told to field a weakened side or something like that? Am I right with that?
Yeah. That was after Yuri, but yes, you're absolutely right, Gav. So we was playing Sporting Lisbon in Lisbon in the return leg of the last 16 or last 16 or last, I think it was last 16 or last 8. And we got beat 1-0 over there because Gary Megson took our reserves over. Yeah. Our first team went to fucking Wigan on the Sunday. They had 10 men for 85 minutes and beat us. So, there were people incredibly angry. That's where patients were really starting to weigh in. And that was the ownership team saying we can't afford to stay in Europe. Yeah,
I know Megson got a lot of the flack for it, but it came from much higher up, didn't it?
Absolutely, it come from Gart's line.
Yeah.
On
to your strike force then, Mike.
Another Sir Nicholas, but I forgot Kevin first, haven't we? Yeah. Big Kev. Just Bolton through and through, wouldn't he? He'd hit any fucker him.
Massively rescued his career, though, didn't it? Because was it Southampton you got him from?
Yeah, Southampton. So he come through it.
Bad injury, didn't he?
Yeah, well, you remember it, Gav, probably better than anyone because you're old. But he was at Chesterfield and scored a hat trick at Chesterfield in the FA Cup game against Bolton Wanderers in the mid-90s, and then he got a big money move on the back of it. He had a really good run in that cup that year. Big money move. Went to Southampton in the Premier League. Was there for quite a few years. In 02-03, Southampton got to the FA Cup final and lost to Arsenal. And Kevin Davis was dropped from the squad that day, and he knew that he couldn't stay there anymore. And Allardyce brought him in. We probably thought he'd be a bit of a squad player. Turned out to be one of the better strikers ever played for us.
One thing I always remember about Davis, though, whenever he got the ball, he always had his back to goal.
Yeah.
He always had his back to goal, and he'd have to create space to get. It's probably why he didn't score as many, but he was strong at holding the ball. But
he just matched Allardyce's play, didn't he? You could lump it up to him, and he'd hit any fucker, and he'd get that ball down there, and
And the impacts he had on the fans as well. Like his end of his career wasn't great at Bolton. He probably stayed a season or two too late. But I'll never forget playing United at the Reebok and I think he got a yellow card for like 6 seconds. He snapped Patrice Evra in fucking 2 on the touchline. At that moment, Bolton won that game. Bolton were already in United's head. The impact of that one tackle, yeah, exactly.
Didn't he have a record for the most several years for the most yellow cards or something?
Most yellow cards, and I think it was most fouls won and most fouls conceded.
Yeah.
He played. I remember him playing one game with a dislocated finger. He played a game with a broken foot. The guy was an absolute animal. Wonderful player. Absolutely.
But off the pitch, one of the nicest spoken, quietest blokes you'll meet.
Yeah.
I met him a couple of times, and he was always a really, really nice down guy. No attitude or anything about him.
And like Matt said then, England, he played for England, which at the time he was our first England cap since Michael Ricketts. I think the one that I always thought should have, and he probably could have been in this list over Gary Speed if anyone, was probably Nolan. Nobby was fantastic and just scored so many goals from midfield. Kevin was fantastic. But go on, Matt, you said you met him?
Yeah, as a kid, you know, them little as a kid, you used to have them football things like Bolton Wanderers used to host, and every time you'd get either a crap player, but then once Kevin Davis turned, so all of us were like buzzing and stuff. But 9 times out of 10, you had like bloody Elmander rocking up and stuff. You all go fuck off, you shit.
Elmander wasn't shit.
He wasn't great.
Elmander is still our record signing, you know.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, was it 12 million or something?
No, 8.5. He brought the record of our next man on this, as Joel scrolls back through, which was Anelka. Oh God, Anelka was unbelievable. Lissulk, he come to us and he left the happiest guy in football. He loved his time at Bolton. He still talks about it quite regularly now.
Again, it revived his career though, didn't it? Massively. I mean, he was going nowhere at that point.
He was at Fenerbahce, mate. Yeah. I think it was in Turkey. He fucking hated it. And we signed him for 8 million. He built a fantastic partnership. We had that front three at that point. Now, Juve was a very gifted footballer. Liverpool fans might not like him. I don't like you either. But Elas Juve was a very, very gifted footballer. He did some questionable other things like spitting at people and biting people and shit. But Juve and Anelka's partnership with Kevin Davis, it was a very, very dangerous front three. And that 6 or 7 season, we went into New Year 3rd in the league, challenging with that top few. And Allardyce asked for a bit of money. He didn't get that money to finish the squad and just build a bit of depth. And he left the job because of it. And then the club fell to pieces after. But Anelka, bloody hell, he was fucking good. He was so good.
Another player you mentioned there, though, that you hit on there, Ricketts. Michael Ricketts. Yeah. And I remember I think at one point, he was the leading English goal scorer in the Premier League. He was having a cracking season. Then he got picked for England. Yeah. And then he just went shit. He played one game for England. And he just went to complete dog shit. Whether it got to his head and he got a bit of a big head or whatever like that. But I don't know what happened.
Ricketts was a cross between the power of Kevin Davis and the pace and finishing of Anelka. He was fantastic, Michael Ricketts. And yes, it got to his head. Absolutely did.
Massively, didn't it?
Yeah.
Well, there you got it, Mike's Bolton 11.
No big Nat in there, Mike.
He weren't in my lifetime. Don't forget, this is my lifetime. So these are players I've seen in the pomp. Like, there's so many players, mate. Stelios isn't there. Stelios were unbelievable.
You get some more people, obviously, say like the likes of like Nat Lofthouse and stuff, wouldn't you? So,
no, mate, McGinley's what I'd expect a lot of people to say, but my first game was in '98. McGinley is well before Kevin Davis, but I didn't really witness that. Yeah, Alan Thompson, McAteer. You've got
Worthington.
Yeah.
I always thought he only ever got one chance, but Alan Thompson was that missing link for England, a left-sided midfielder that could actually. We didn't have any left wingers in England for years and years and years and years, and he only ever got a chance once, and I never understood that.
Yeah, he could hit a ball.
Because he didn't have a great deal of pace, I don't know, but I never understood why they never gave him more of a chance, and he had a great set piece on him as well. But
he did.
Yeah. And went obviously had a great career in Scotland, But
yeah, Joel, I really look forward to your Sheffield Wednesday 11.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
me
do.
too.
Barry Bannon.
I think they'll give this team a run for the money.
I don't think they're
I'm not going to know spoilers.
Do you think the good thing
No.
about that, obviously that era of football for Bolton, obviously Big Sam's era, do you think they did so well because, there's several players in there that would have fitted in most big teams throughout the world? Do you think it's because they just didn't have the pressure on them because they weren't playing for a massive club?
Yeah. Well,
I think that's a good
They
point.
could just go and enjoy the football, couldn't they? There was no expectations on them.
No, I think some of them. I guess let's compare two teams to me, because I think United have become a club that sign players past the pump a little in a lot of instances now. Well, there's still a lot of pressure and expectation on players. Bolton's was, this is your retirement. Like, you want to come to England, we're going to give you an opportunity. Fucking enjoy it. Allardyce was also a very intelligent manager. He knew how to get the best out of players. He was an unbelievable man manager. And I don't think there'll ever be a manager that eclipses what Allardyce achieved at Bolton for our club.
I don't know about you, Gab, but I'm fucking sick of listening about Bolton now.
Shut your Wednesday cunt.
Anything more you want to add, gents? Matthew, while you're here?
Just my best
shouting.
goal
Go on.
that I've seen will probably be the Aaron Wilbraham one.
Yeah, for moments, definitely.
For a moment, it's not that it was a good goal. I'm just saying it was a moment goal. But
Yeah.
I think once you see my Wednesday 5, you'll be thinking, what the fuck was that you've just watched?
Have you heard the Wilbraham goal?
No. I'll
So
have a
again-
watch of it after.
Timing, last minute to stay up. We were
And,
2-1 down
our
with 5
way.
minutes to go.
the results were going our way, which
So yeah, sometimes the occasion for the goal is a lot more.
that's what I mean. Yeah,
It makes it better than the actual goal itself. I agree. There's one of mine in my 5 that is that reason as well. So it's a good goal as well. But
Yeah.
let's round off today's episode then with our favourite game. Guess the player.
Lovely.
Who would like to go first?
Want to
I'll
start?
let Matthew, seeing it's his debut.
Yeah.
Guest.
Right. Okay, so this player, he started his career off at Lille, went to Saint Etienne, went on loan to Olympiacos, and then signed for Olympiacos, where he got his big move to Everton. Spent most of his career at Everton. He then went back to Olympiacos on loan to Fiorentina, then went to Royal Antwerp and a few other teams in Turkey, and that's he ended his career in 2023 at Limassol.
What year did he sign? What year did he go to Everton?
2012.
What position did he play, Matt?
Say he was like a winger, attacking winger striker.
Stephen Pienaar?
Nope.
He might have been a bit before that, actually.
No cheating.
I'm not cheating.
No, I'm not. He went to Everton in 2013.
2012.
Spent most of his career there.
And how old was he when he went to Everton?
Oh, he'd probably be about 21, 22.
Ooh.
I'm trying to think of Everton strikers.
I wouldn't class him as a striker. I'd say he was more of a winger, midfielder. Right, midfielder.
Right, midfielder.
Quite a tough one.
It is, because Everton had a lot of really shit players, and he's obviously a really good player that was there for quite a period of time.
Brilliant, but it was, Everton fans would say it was all right.
I'm stumped.
Big clue was from Belgium.
You love your fucking Belgians, don't you?
Yeah. Well, no, my last, yeah.
Did I say Pienaar before?
We said P now.
Yeah, you said Pienaar, yeah.
Do you want me to give you him?
Yeah, I'm stumped.
Kevin Morales.
Yeah, he was all right at FIFA usually.
That's what I mean. That's what I was thinking. Who did I like on FIFA?
I would have never have got that.
Oh yeah, I think are unique ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, good one, that
Gav.
one, mate. So mine started his career in '95. Played for Bold Club before moving in '97 to Hamburg SV. Playing 74 games games, scoring 6 goals. Came over here to Everton, which is probably the biggest moment in his career. 141 games, 11 goals. Before a big move to Real Madrid.
Thomas Gravison.
Yeah, Thomas Gravison. Yeah, before moving to Celtic and then going back on to Everton on loan. Yeah, Thomas, big Tom.
I'll go then and we can have a big finish with Big Mike. Palace 98.
Yeah.
Moved to Birmingham in 02. Then went back to Palace in 05.
Andy Johnson.
Nope. Then signed for Coventry City in 2008.
Ooh.
And then came to the Mighty Owls in 2010.
How old was he when he come to you, Joel?
Is that when he...
Oh, I don't fucking know. 79, 1, 21. He would have been 31.
And he ended his career there?
No. He then went on loan to Milton Keynes and Brentford, and then signed for Colchester in 2012. And then played for Long Eaton, Exeter, Redditch and Mickleover.
What position?
Striker.
Was he tall? Quite
Yeah.
lanky? Oh.
Ish. I wouldn't say lanky. A big stocky bloke.
A big fat cunt.
Do you want a big clue?
Go on.
Well,
He's now a pundit on Saturday. Well, I say a pundit. He does the soccer Saturday, or he did.
Windass.
Commentating on the games. No.
Oh, he went to Hull, didn't
no, because he went to Hull, didn't he, with that?
Oh yeah, there was no hole there.
Dion Dublin.
No, Dublin played well before that. He played for
He played for
United.
United as well, yeah. United, Dublin.
Can
I was
tell you
trying
a
to
little bit about his international career.
Go on.
He played for Republic of Ireland. Played 36 games for them, scoring 9 goals. Which I didn't know until I Wikipedia'd him. I thought he were English.
Oh, I don't know. No, I'm
Well, he is English. I don't know why.
Because he wasn't good enough to play for England.
He was born in Tooting.
Lovely.
Oh, no, I know it.
Do you give up?
Yeah.
Clinton Morrison.
Oh, fucking big Clinton.
I know.
I never knew he played
I'm trying
for
to think of
Rangers.
arseholes that I
Remember him
could
playing
pick.
for Palace?
Yeah, so that's the only thing. If I'd remember the Palace bit at the beginning, I'd remembered who it was. But the bit to Everton's what stumped me.
Did I say Everton?
Bastards.
I did say Everton.
I thought you said he moved to. Yeah, you did say he moved to Everton.
Oh, no, that was Gav. That was Gav who said it.
No, they both did.
No, I said
That's what I thought when an Everton thing.
I
Oh, it was like
didn't
a you
say
two
it,
said
no.
it. No,
Yeah,
apologies, yeah. Yeah.
We don't love Everton that much.
Should we do mine?
Yeah.
Well,
Go on.
So mine is a player that has played for multiple football clubs. He started off his youth career at Chelsea
Yeah.
in 2000 before moving to Wealdstone in 2003, where he scored 54 goals in 82 games. He then moved on loan to Uxbridge before moved to Leeds. He then moved to Carlisle and Scunthorpe before a big money move to Everton, and then went to Leicester.
And what year did he move from Leicester to Everton? Everton to Leicester.
He moved from Everton to Leicester in 2011. I went to Leicester, and then he went from Leicester on
English?
loan to Huddersfield Town, yeah.
What position?
And he had a spell at Bolton Wanderers.
What position?
He scored 54 goals in 82 games in his first club, mate. Where do you think what his position was?
Okay.
keeper.
Yeah.
I missed the first part, the connection.
We are talking about. Oh no! Wait.
It was
He
his
went on
first club.
loan to a load of.
His first club was on youth. His youth career was at Chelsea, but his first club was Loudstone. Followed by a move to Uxbridge and Leeds.
Jermaine Beckford.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, well done, Matthew.
He weren't a bad player, him, to be fair.
He was shit for us. We spent a lot of money on him. He was
He
shit.
was good at
Yeah, he
Leeds.
didn't do well for you, did he?
No, he did very well at
He were
Leeds.
alright
He's
at
a pundit now.
He's
Yeah.
got it, United.
Clinton Morrison.
Came to
Yeah.
Bury at the end of his career.
He did. I was going to wait to get to that. Gav, to be fair, he was another one that unfortunately put Bury into the ground because there's no way that they're coming paying his bloody wages. Yeah.
No, but he was one of the few that really, really spoke up against the owner at the time and actually came out and said what a twat he was
Yeah.
on record while he was still playing. But he got the problem for us. He actually started off really well for us and was banging him in, but then he got injured and he was just sat on the sidelines getting a massive wage, not playing, and that's what fucked us over.
I actually saw him once.
But as a player, he actually played quite well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I think that's about.
It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, it's been a
One
decent.
thing we've not
tackle, hasn't
mentioned this week is Trafford's actually conceded, hasn't he?
Oh, shit!
yeah.
Yeah. The streak is broke.
Yeah, the streak's
Um,
broke.
That
Someone just told me-
NFL players not coming out of retirement.
No.
No, it's
Someone
not.
just told me that David's about dying, Corey. Fucking hell.
Oh, have you not seen it?
why?
Oh, that's another.
He
That's
gets,
for
I
our
don't know
current.
if he dies, but he gets run over. Yeah,
not
he gets
going
run over.
down
The barmaid
He's arranging
as well.
his own hit. I
yeah.
don't know
Yeah.
the story behind it. He's arranging his own hit. You're
Yeah,
gonna run me
yeah.
over, make it look like an accident.
I've never
Anyway.
seen
He gets hit, and so does Daisy. Spoiler
If you're
alert.
interested in Coronation Street, we have got a separate podcast called Cobble Tackle. Thanks for joining us. Obviously, let us know if you disagree with any Matt and Mike's Bolton choices on our socials.
Yeah.
And we'll look forward to seeing you next week. We've been a decent tackle.
Yeah. Because
Good
he's on
night.
TikTok,
Yeah, guys.
Instagram, Facebook,
Yeah,
Twitter.
we're not on Twitter.
We're on TikTok though, aren't we?
We're on TikTok.
On TikTok,
I've not set
yeah.
Twitter up yet.
We're on X.
There's too many.
X.
I don't know. X, yeah,
Yeah.
X.
Well,
Go on
X,
into
X,
the
Trouble from
Facebook if
Elon.
you want to follow us.
Yeah. But yeah, see you there, guys. And
Good
yeah,
night.
Thank you very much.
we've got a very decent tackle.
End it
Oh,
now.
my
End it now.